Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about how do you dissolve your fear of rejection and abandonment in relationships. I'm going to tell you a little bit how I personally did it in my own life. Before I jump in, I want you to know my self-love masterclass is happening live on February 25th. This has been one of my most popular courses to date. Thousands of people have bought and taken this course, and I'm going to be doing it live for the first time in 3 years. So if you want to join me live, click the link down below in the description, also the link in my comments. I can't wait to dive into it with you. So let's talk about this. How do we dissolve our fear of abandonment or fear of rejection? Let me tell you a little story about myself. Over 10 years ago, I was in a relationship where I really didn't feel chosen or shown up for by that person, and it was heartbreaking. I hated the way it felt. This was before I was really good at manifesting. It was before I was really implementing a lot of the steps of manifesting. Right after this was actually when I had my awakening and really understood what manifesting was. But at this time, I just felt kind of like a victim, like I was stuck in this experience with this person and he wasn't choosing me the way I wanted to be chosen. What ended up happening was we broke up. And I think I initiated the breakup mainly because I was just so hurt and I didn't know what to do in this experience of not feeling chosen by this person. And so we moved on our separate ways and he kind of gladly went on his way, which was even more heartbreaking for me. I intuitively knew at this time in my life that the only thing that was going to get me through this heartbreak was me loving myself kind of the way I wanted him to love me. I wasn't trying to replace another person's love, but I felt so bad about myself. I felt so crappy from this relationship that all I could think to do was to start telling myself that I was a beautiful person. Start telling myself that I was a beautiful woman. Start telling myself that I was smart and I was special and I was unique and I was kind and I had all these amazing qualities. That was all I could think to do. When I started doing that, so telling myself that I was amazing, beautiful, special, pretty, or whatever the words would be, when I started doing that, what happened were a couple things. Number one, I started to feel better. It was as if the heartbreak started to heal. It started to heal for me. I started to feel better. So because anyone who's been in heartbreak, because that's such an awful feeling, that was enough for me to keep going with these practices. So I kept doing it. Once I got comfortable saying I was a beautiful person, I was special, I could actually start kind of amplifying the things I was saying about myself. I could say, I'm magnetic. People are drawn to me. I'm a goddess. People want me. People are, curious about me. People are attracted to me. I could start getting more and more kind of big with my beliefs about who I was in terms of being a special person or a beautiful person. What happened when I started doing that? I started seeing results or proof in the 3D reality that that was who I was. In particular, I had an experience of going to a party and a man approached me and said, wow, who are you? You're gorgeous. You're a goddess, essentially. He reflected back to me everything I had been telling myself. I hadn't just been telling myself these things, I was starting to believe it. And that's what self-love really is. It's the practice of learning to truly see how incredible you are. Once I did that, everything started to change. My 3D reality started to change. And guess what eventually happened? The heartbreak guy came back around. Of course he did. I didn't want to be with him anymore though. So this is how we shift ourselves to shift our 3D reality. Self-love is the foundational step of manifesting in the way that I teach it. And if you're wanting to heal these patterns of not feeling chosen, patterns of feeling heartbroken, patterns of feeling rejected, patterns of feeling disappointed in relationship, I truly believe from my own personal experience and experience of many, 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 many clients that I have taken through this process and these processes is that self-love is really the way. So if you want to dive into my self-love masterclass, we will be live on February 25th. I can't wait to jump in with you. The link is in my description below. It's also in the comment, and I'll see you there. Bye.